in waters deep and full of blue, where coral gardens gently grew. A clownfish lived, his colors bright. He feared the dark and loved the light. His name was Marlin, cautious and shy. He watched the reef and the world go by. He'd lost his family, all but one, in a tragedy beneath the sun. And so this dad, with heart so sore, gave his one son all his love and more. One tiny egg, the last that stayed, hatched into Nemo, so bright and brave, with a curious fin that flapped just right. He filled his dad's world with pure delight. But oh, his dad, with worries dread, kept every thought inside his head. He told young Nemo, stay close by. The world's too big, the dangers fly. He loved his son with all his might, but held him just a little too tight. To school one day young Nemo went, with other little fish, innocent. They learned the lessons, swam the paths. They played their games and heard their laughs. But then a challenge, bold and grand, to swim to a boat not far from land. Young Nemo's friends, they did the dare, but Marlin shouted, stop right there. You can't go near, it's far too wide. But Nemo's spirit was filled with pride. He swam away a bit too fast, and caught a boat ride that was cast. A scary hand in a glove so white plucked him from the ocean's light. Oh no, cried Marlin in dread and fear. My son is gone. He must be near. With frantic fins and racing heart, he knew he had to play his part. So off he raced through coral and sand, to bring Nemo home with his loving hand. A speeding chariot, a passing fin, he'd race to find the state he was in. His journey started, full of fright, a father's love his guiding light. The very first friend he met, you see, was a fish named Dory, happy and free. A beautiful fish, a blue tang so sweet, though her short memory skipped a beat. She'd forget a moment, then forget more, then ask, have we met before? But Dory's good nature, so strong and so true, gave Marlin a courage both brave and both new. Together they faced a big, hungry shark, and swam through a dark, inky whale in the dark. They braved the stinging jellyfish fight, and dodged a whale with all their might. While Nemo waited in a tank so clear, he met new fish friends who held him dear. There was Gill, a Moorish idol so wise, and Bloat, the pufferfish with big round eyes. They made a plan, a daring scheme, to jam the wheel, a hopeful dream, to escape the dentist's spinning seal, and get back home, that was the deal. They'd roll and bounce and plot and think, we'll make a break and down the sink. Meanwhile Marlin swam on far and wide, through sharks and turtles and the tide. He flew with a turtle named Crush, so serene, and saw the world a brand new scene. He heard the words that Dory sang, like a hopeful, musical, happy bang. P. Sherman, 42 Wallaby Way. They followed the signs to save the day. The journey was long and full of despair, but Marlin kept swimming through water and air. A seagull squawked, mine, 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 as pelicans soared through air so fine. Marlin and Dory dove with might toward the dentist's office light. Nemo played dead to flush away, and down the sink he swam that day. Through pipes and bubbles, twists and foam, he found his way right back home. But when he got there, the water was cold. He heard a story so brave and so bold. He heard of his father's magnificent quest, and knew he'd been loved more than all of the rest. Oh, what joy when dad and son were back together, journey done. A moment of peace on the ocean so wide, with Nemo safe right by his side. Now Marlin lets young Nemo explore. He trusts in his son with love and with more. With faith in his heart and a tear in his eye, he watches his son swim happily by. So if you're lost or far from land, a friend might lend a helping hand. With courage bright and heart aglow, you'll find your way just like Nemo. For love is a compass forever and true, and will always be waiting right there for you. In a crooked old house on a street far away lived Giu, a villain, or so people say. His house was so dark, a tall, crooked thing, with pointy gray towers where bats often swing. With gadgets galore and a scowl on his face, he dreamed of becoming the best in his race. His goal was to steal things, the biggest and best. He'd pass every villain's most villainous test. He wanted to prove he was mean, strong, and smart, though deep down inside he had a soft heart. His lab underground was a marvelous sight, filled with whirring machines and buttons to light. There were bubbling green potions in tubes long and thin, and strange-looking rockets that Giu would fly in. But best of all, buzzing like bees in a tree, were his yellow assistants, the wild minions you see. They wore little goggles and blue overalls, and bounced through the hallways and down all the holes. They'd make weird new sounds and their leader obey, from sunup to sundown all through the long day. "Banana," they'd shout with a giggle and cheer, then tumble and laugh and fall on their rear. They'd get into trouble, a mischievous crowd, and make silly noises both happy and loud. Though clumsy and loud, they'd follow his plan to shrink the whole moon. Yes, that was the scam, to steal the great moon from the sky so vast. A villainous deed meant to truly last. Giu's plan was quite daring. With rockets and flare, he'd launch into space from his rickety lair. But stealing a moon takes funding, you know. So off to the bank he decided to go. He planned to get money, a loan to receive. A villain's great task, you might not believe. He walked to the teller with confidence high, and said, "I need money to steal from the sky." The bank said, "Nope, not without proof, my dear sir. A villain's grand plans are prone to a blur." So Giu scratched his head beneath his black roof. He needed a new plan, some tangible proof. "I'll steal a shrink ray from Vector the pest," Giu said with a growl and a hand on his chest. "That super cool villain in his house bright and white has a powerful shrink ray to dim the moon's light." So off he went with no time to rest, to try and outsmart him, a villainous test. With minions in tow and a zip-zapping gun, he grabbed that device. Oh, what villainous fun! He zapped and he dodged, he ran fast and he flew. He got the shrink ray a moment brand new, but Vector was sneaky and snatched it right back, and zipped off with jets on his snazzy white track. Giu needed a plan, a trick up his sleeve, a way to outsmart and sneakily thieve. He sat in his lab with his minions so small, and couldn't think of a plan, a solution at all. Then came a sweet knock at his big spooky gate, and Giu thought, "I am busy, they'll just have to wait." But he opened the door and what did he see? 3 girls with cookies as sweet as could be. Margot, the oldest, with glasses so neat. Edith, the brave one, and Agnes, so sweet. Giu had an idea, a plan oh so sly. Adopt the 3 girls, yes, he'd tell a white lie. He'd use their cute smiles and knock at the door to sell those nice cookies and so much more. He'd sneak past young Vector, who always ran late, and steal back the shrink ray before it was too late. The plan worked like magic, the shrink ray was his. But something unexpected began to fizz. He saw the girls' sadness, their tears, and their care, and felt a new feeling beyond all compare. They made Giu's dark heart grow softer like paper. He started to love them, a new kind of caper. He took them to fairs and read bedtime books, and saw the world with new loving looks. They played in his lab and they jumped on the bed. They doodled on walls and Giu smiled instead. Soon Giu found joy in their hugs and delight. He tucked them in gently and kissed them goodnight. He gave them a home filled with love and with fun. His villainous days were finally done. But Vector struck back, he kidnapped the 3. Giu raced through the sky to set the girls free. With minions and jets and wild stunts galore, he blasted and swooped, oh the action, the roar. He flew after Vector through the air and the sky, and fought to save the 3 girls he loved oh so high. The moon got involved, long story you see. It shrunk and UN shrunk with wild gravity. But love was the power that won in the end. Jiayu saved the three girls, now more than just friends. He gave up the moon and villainy too, to dance at a party in a pink tutu. He twirled with his girls, so happy and free. No longer despicable, just sweet, loving Jiayu. He found a new purpose, a mission so grand. A father of three in his own little land. And what of the minions? Oh, don't you fret. They're still up to mischief, they haven't stopped yet. With bananas and giggles and chaotic delight, they bounce through the lab from morning to night. They've found a new joy, a new family too, in Margot and Edith and Agnes and Jiayu. So here ends our tale with a dance and a cheer, of love, laughs and mischief all through the year. From villain to father, what a journey we see. The tale of the heartwarming Despicable Me.